Hi, my name's Aaron from Hanover Multimedia, and we've been doing yearling videos for the standardbred industry for almost 25 years. And in addition to that, we do corporate video work and all sorts of videos. But today I wanted to talk to you about VR and how I feel like it's a really useful tool and is going to be incredibly useful for inspecting yearlings. Now, having said that, I realize that many of you, technology may not be your friend. I certainly know people that don't even like to text. So I'm not going to kid you and say that this is going to be easy for you. It certainly is going to cause you some frustration, I would guess. But I promise you, if you do this, it's not that hard, and once you put in the little bit of work, you're going to find it to be absolutely worth every bit of effort that you put forward. I think in addition to just yearling inspection, you're going to find a lot of great uses for this, and you really should learn about it. But anyway, so today I just wanted to give you a quick overview of these headsets and how they work. And I'm going to create additional videos that show you exactly how to set them up step by step. So I'll go in depth and you can sort of follow along with those videos and get rolling. But today is just a quick overview. So, VR has been around for a while. I mean, I had my first headset in, I think I would guess 1990, 1992. Very primitive. There was no head tracking and the resolution was terrible. But things have gotten much better. But it's still relatively a new technology. And if you think about televisions, we had black and white 13-inch TVs forever. And then finally, we got color TVs, and we had those what seemed like forever. And then we got high definition, and then that high definition has just 40-inch screens to 55 to 75 to 100-inch 4K. Now we have 8K. So the technology was sort of flatlined with television, and it slowly creeped up, and then, it went exponentially higher. And that's where we're at with these guys. We finally got out of the color TV era, and we've entered the high definition era of VR. And now this is moving very quickly. These guys are excellent resolution, but it's still not the same as human eyes. The VR cameras are ahead of the game in resolution, and they can produce a better picture than these guys can display. But it's still very, very good. And I mean, within 2 years, we will have VR headsets that reproduce the human eye resolution. They will be absolutely lifelike. I mean, they're available now, but you're looking at a price tag of $6,000 to $8,000, and not much software. I mean, if you're buying that, you're writing your own software for it at this point. But they're coming, and they'll come down in price quickly. The first real VR headset I bought was the Oculus Rift, and with the computer, you easily have $1,500 sunk into that. And these guys are a fraction of that price. So anyway, we're going to talk about these first. This is something, you can pick these up for free at trade shows. But if you buy them, they're $5, $6. This is the Google Cardboard. You've probably heard about that. It's pretty ingenious. I mean, it literally is made out of cardboard. It's $12. And these guys run in price from $30 to $60. All of these require you to have a phone as the monitor, some kind of smartphone. And you can't have a real big smartphone because the lenses won't work with it. So if you have like an iPhone 11 or one of those larger screens, you have to buy a holder that's big enough for it. But I would recommend these so you can sample. You know, if you're not sure about what this technology can do, this is a good way to sample it without spending a lot of money. So I'm going to quickly show you how these work. And again, I'm going to create a detailed training video to set this up. But basically, if I want to use, we'll use this one. And you have to use your phone with any of these. So I'm going to go to YouTube on my phone. And I'm going to hit the search. And I'm going to search for 360 horse race. And I'll put a link to this video. It's a really cool video that they did it's a thoroughbred race. But I just want to show you how this works. So I found the video. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to turn my phone. And if I don't do anything, because it's VR, as I move my phone, I move what I'm looking at. So even without a viewer, you can still kind of look at this and get an idea. But to put it in VR mode, there is a little icon at the bottom of the screen that looks like a viewer. You click on that, and now it's set up for VR. So the screen is split. So all I'm going to do is slide this viewer. Oh, there they go. They're off. So I slide the viewer over, and now I'm looking at this race in VR. And it's a really cool video. So I can move my head around, and these horses look incredibly big. It looks like I'm in the race. So that's how they work. It's not too hard, but understand if you wanted to watch 100 yearling videos, you'd have to go to whatever the website is, Black Book or Lexington Selected, and find the video and play the video and then stick it back in your case, whichever case you're using, and watch the video and repeat the process. So this isn't super convenient if you're going to watch a lot of videos. The other thing is these things are cheaper lenses in all of them. So you do get some eye fatigue using them. I would never watch a movie with these or anything like that. After 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to want to take a break because it does create some eye fatigue. But this is a good way to get a sample for it. You can try this and say, oh, I see the potential. So that's these cheaper guys. These are all in one, no wires. The screens are built in them. Very high quality lenses. They're made by Oculus. Totally standalone. And this guy is the one I was super excited about. It's the Oculus Go. It's perfect for watching videos. And it's $150. Now with this situation we're in, these headset sales have skyrocketed 600%, I think they say the number is. So Oculus has discontinued this one. If you can still find it, I'd highly recommend you buy it. Walmart had them, Best Buy had them, Amazon had them, but now they're pretty much sold out everywhere and they're not going to make any more. But if you can find one, it is worth every penny. This guy is the Oculus Quest, and it is the upgrade to this and the current entry level. So I bought one to check out the other day, and I've had good quality VR headsets for, I don't know, 3 years, I bet. with the Oculus Rift. And the Rift, it was probably a $1,500 price point with the computer and all the wires and all the hassle, and an excellent device. And the first time you use it, it is amazing. And these are essentially better resolution than the Rift. But anyway, long story short, when I set this up yesterday, I've had the VR headsets on. I didn't really expect, to be blown away by it. But I said, wow, at least twice setting this thing up. It is incredible, and I think absolutely it will be a great tool for yearling inspection, amongst other things. And that's not all you can do with it, obviously. But this thing really surprised me, and now I think it's either $369 or $399, so it's not cheap, but wow! I mean, it is worth every cent. So I can tell you the difference between this and these is, like I say, these are all in one. These support pretty much any activity you can do on a computer, you can do with these. With these, you're not going to have access to a web browser. So as you notice, I have to go to my phone and manually type in what I'm looking for, get the video running, and then put it in a viewer. With these, you can use your controller and browse and find the video you're looking for. So when it comes to yearling inspection, I think of it as a scale of 0 to 10. Going to the farm to look at a yearling is obviously a 10. Watching a confirmation video on your computer screen, I'm going to say is a 1, comparing it to the experience of being at the farm. Watching it on one of these cheapos, I'll say is a 3.5 or a 4. Watching a yearling inspection on one of these is a 7.5 or an 8. I mean, it's as close to being there as you're going to get. So I want to show you a little bit about this Quest right now and why I said wow. Okay, so I'm going to show you this thing. Now I'm going to create a training video to set it up. Setup takes probably 20 minutes at the most. And I'll also create a setup video for the Go in case you have one or you find one. Now, here's where there are going to be some groans. Setup is easiest if you have a Facebook account. Okay? You don't have to use Facebook ever, but if you create a Facebook account, it's simpler to set up. And I agree that that is a nuisance to have to do that. And you don't have to. You can just use your phone number, but it's much easier to set up if you get a Facebook account. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, put this on, and talk about the wows. Each of these guys, you can see the Go. This has a controller. These guys, the Quest has 2 controllers. The controllers, think of them as like a laser pointer. So you're going to see this virtual world in front of you with a virtual keyboard, a virtual web browser, a virtual television, and you kind of point the control like a laser pointer at what you want to do, and then you hit a trigger and it does it. So like if you're on a web page and you want to click a link to watch a yearling video, you just point at it and click the link. So let's get started with this. I'm going to put this on and we're going to talk about the wows. So, like I say, this isn't a setup video by any means, but once it's all set up, you have your controllers, and there's many things you can do with it. So let's talk about the first wow. With this guy, I don't want to use the controllers. I get rid of the controllers. Now I can use my hand to make gestures and look around. Right now I'm scanning a web page. I'm looking at a sale roster for the Ohio sale. And I think this is from last year, but whatever. So the other cool thing about this, even though there isn't VR content for these videos, these are just regular old videos. What I found is watching a yearling video with this headset, even though the yearling video is not VR, it's actually better than watching it on the screen. And I'm going to say it's 10 times better, because this yearling video in front of me is enormous. It's the size of a I would guess a 10-foot TV. So you can really see some detail that I don't even think you would see it if you were at the farm watching the yearling in the paddock. So that's wow factor number one. I just use my hands and I move and I watch a video and I stop the video and I go back, and now I'm picking another video. Let me try and find, here's a good one. So now I'm watching another video, full screen, giant size. I mean, this horse looks to be almost life size. Now, if this were a video shot in VR, the horse would be life size. So let me show you the other wow thing about this that kind of blew me away yesterday. Okay, so it's not so easy to drink out of a glass, but this is VR wow. I mean, you have to imagine, up until 1 month ago, putting on this visor essentially means that you're blindfolded. And now they've fixed that. So I can interact with the real world. I can see things easily. I can pick up a bottle. You can't drink from a glass. So have a straw handy if you want to try that. But, I mean, this is a game changer. So imagine down the road, what I could see happening is, you could wear this outdoors and be walking around. If you're at a racetrack and you gaze at a horse, all of a sudden you have a wealth of information about that horse over top of your live vision. So it's very neat. I mean, I can't believe the features and how far it's come. So once again, I will be making a full setup video for this. I highly recommend this. In addition to the yearling stuff, you can travel around the world with this. I watched a very interesting presentation on Chernobyl. I know personally I'm never going to go to Chernobyl, but with this headset, it's like you're there. You're in the different buildings. You're outside of the nuclear plant, and you just look around, and it's like you're there. So travel. I mean, if you're ever looking to book a hotel somewhere and you're not sure what's close by, you can put on this headset and be standing right outside that hotel and decide, hey, this is it's got, tons of restaurants. You can see the neighborhood without ever going to the hotel. So, and there's also some pretty cool games, but I'd highly recommend it. And this too will do the travel stuff, not so much a lot of the games, but so whatever you decide, I'll be here to help. And thanks for watching the video.